Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, we're coming in hot. Oh. Folks, it's finally here. This box I've been waiting for 5 months. I put the order in for this bad boy in September. Right now it's September, so let's just go ahead and say 6 months. The reason why it took so long is a completely separate story for another day. But everything in this box right here is the next giveaway we're doing for the next 2 months on hicksfam.com. Every dollar you spend enters you to win every single thing inside this box. This is our shortest giveaway we've ever done. At the time of me filming this right now, there's a lot of unconfirmed things, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put these placeholders. Here is a person who won the last giveaway. It was a light bee and $1,000. It's real, man. So congratulations. Here's your bike. Hopefully I can get it to focus. This is all you. So that's it, man. Congratulations. Yeah. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will be in touch via email. This is the day that this giveaway will end. So you have until this day and this time to enter to win this bike and everything in the box. And if you're watching this later on, we're probably running another giveaway. So just check the top link in the description. As always, hicksfam.com is where we do our giveaways. We will only contact you via email, never in a comment, never on Instagram. Without further ado, I want to show you guys what's in this box, and it's going to be a job. I forgot how big these are. Let's get to it. Okay, unboxing the 2024 Ultra B R Black Edition. For a second, I was like, wait, let me wait till I open the box. I realized it's gonna be the title of the video, so obviously you know what's inside. By the way, I'm filming on the Osmo Action 5, currently unreleased at the time of me filming this, but love this camera. It is exceptional. Anywho, this is our first layer of packaging. As you guys know, there's usually no shortage of packaging when we unbox one of these bikes, but here we are. This must look familiar to some of y'all. This is a Ultra B. It has been many months since I have set eyes on one of these and owned one myself, even though I only own this for 2 months before it gets sent to a lucky winner. See how much installation we have to do. Hopefully not that much. Last time it was actually pretty straightforward, so I'm expecting it to be similarly straightforward this time as well. Okay, so if I remember correctly, this just comes up. Hopefully it comes up. Maybe we just rip it off. Okay, we're just gonna open it up this way. So here we are. Oh my God, I'm actually excited. I'm actually super excited. Here is our cardboard. I've been waiting for this. JK, here's our charger. Looks like we're gonna have to install handlebars. A little bit, something. Sorry if the angle was off up until right now. New camera, that means new angle. This is our charger. Can we just take this whole thing out? Perfect. Put that right there. The main thing I want to do right now is just get a look at the bike. I just want to see how it looks. So a few things. First off, they just had a mid-year refresh of the Ultra B. And the only change between this bike and that one is a new motor design, but apparently it provides zero functional difference. It's only a different motor design that's a little bit more efficient to manufacture, but as far as the performance of the bike, supposedly it has zero benefit. So it just looks a little different. There is a full-blown race version of the Ultra B that's coming out, I think, this year, but that's not even available yet, or I probably would have got one. So what we have here is the 2024 Ultra B R. So it comes with all-terrain tires, which is perfect for, how I ride, first off, which is kind of a little bit of mostly pavement and then a little bit of off-road. A couple things going on here. First off, you'll notice this. This is the taillight, so we have replaced that. I'll show you guys how this works as we get to it. I don't think whoever gets the bike is gonna want this, but it will be included just in case you do want to put it on. Just gonna start cutting through all this plastic as much as we can. Since on these Ultra Bs, you don't have to install the front wheel, which is, thank gosh, because it would be an absolute nightmare to try and do. You just have to put the handlebars on, and that is quite literally it for these bikes. We're gonna do that while we have it in this cage type of thing. Also have the original front fender here. Everything is very tightly packed in. Free this and just get it out of the way. I think this is all the white parts that they replaced. But even with this new Black Edition, there's still some white elements to the bike. It's mainly the frame that's carbon black. Black pretty much everywhere on the front suspension, on the front fender, your hand guards, the frame, of course. And something that makes this one special is the rear swing arm. Now, usually on the Black Edition, the swing arm is still that dark forest green that comes on pretty much every other Ultra B, like the ones that come with, the all white, which I kind of thought is really ugly. So I asked the factory to paint the rear swing arm black. So the entire appearance is black. It is murdered out. It is stealth. It is gorgeous. And once we start taking it apart, it's gonna look even better. But first thing we got to do is start removing this cage so we can start installing our front end, which is gonna be a job. If I remember correctly, we have to unwrench a bunch of these little bolts. So let's get to that. All right, so right now we are going to sit here and just unscrew like 1,000 of these little screws. It's gonna be very boring, so I'm just going to skip past this part, and next shot we'll have this frame off. Okay, just a halfway point update. This is how we're looking. This thing looks monstrous. It looks mean. Keep in mind, whoever wins this bike, it is for off-road use only, even though it has these all-terrain tires. We're almost through. I remember this took the longest, was just you have to take off all these little bolts. There's like probably 30 of them all the way around. Covered in rust, got gloves on. Then we gotta get rid of the rest of the packaging, put the handlebars on. That's pretty much it. But this is a update. We can finally see how the bike looks. Man, this thing is sick. It's just, it is sick. Let's keep going. All right, so we got most of the top off. As you can see, the bike is mainly uncovered. We're going to do the handlebars in a second. Let's go ahead and take this satisfying cover off of the seat. I don't know what this is, so we will be trashing them. Gonna have to give this bike a little clean down. It really took a long time to get all these little screws off, so what we're gonna do right now is just get the front end assembled, turn the bike on, give it a spin. We got to throw on the brake levers, throttle side, and I think that's literally it. We have a couple of things we need to cut off, but the bike should be ready to ride right after we install the front end. So gonna fast forward one more time. I know usually I like talk through this entire segment where I put the bike together, but there's really not much to do. Most of it was taking off those little bolts. So with that said, I'll be right back with an installed front end right now. Okay, folks, we have made progress. We're pretty much done with the, well, all we had to do is put on the front end. Last thing we really got to do is just tighten up this brake lever, and that's it. As far as installation on this bike, all I did was put on the handlebars, put on this brake lever, and the throttle, and that's it. I would dread having to put on a front end on one of these bikes, so I'm happy that it came with pretty much everything installed. We're still going to do a one-over on every screw that could possibly be important, mainly the ones that hold the wheels on. You know, those are pretty important, I'd say. Other than that, we're just gonna admire the bike. We're gonna take a look at it, and then of course we're going to ride it. As always, when I get these bikes, I have to take it for a spin. It's just mandatory, and then it's gonna be sitting pretty until one of you guys win it, and hopefully we could have it in your house in time for Christmas. Have this under the tree, surprise your loved one, surprise yourself, whatever you want to do, up to you. But got a couple of screws we got to go through, and then we should be able to get a look at how this bike actually looks when it's completely out of the packaging, which I am very excited for. So stay tuned. Almost done. Right, last steps. That off. 3 tie downs. There's that. Boom. Forget how big these bikes are. Ultra. Oh. All right. Let's tie down right here. That's it. Dang, this thing is nuts. This bike is crazy. Whoa, it's crazy. Yeah, let's turn around and get a good look. All right, here it is, folks, in all of its glory, our final giveaway bike of the year. This thing is insane. I forgot how substantial the Ultra B is in person. It just looks so menacing in all black. I mean, dang, dude. It just looks so good in all black. I'm so surprised that this is not, well, it kind of is a colorway, but the all black, including the swing arm. I think the hand guards and the front fender are accessories you can get blacked out now. But geez, this thing looks insane when it's completely blacked out. I gotta say, I'm a huge fan. I kind of don't want to get rid of it. We also have passenger foot pegs. You can easily take these off. The main thing I love about this is the tuck plate mount. You can put a plate here. Like I said, this bike is for off-road use only. Besides a black swing arm, the other thing that took a little bit of customizing was this rear plate. The one that comes with the bike, it sticks out to about here, and I just hate the look of it. I think most people do. See if I can show you a quick demo. So we turn the bike on. We have our headlight with the high beam. And then back here, got a very subtle aftermarket taillight. All right, well, here you have it. Like I said, we're gonna keep this going until about December 1st. I don't know if that's the exact date. It'll be down here because by the time you're watching this, everything will be set. You can go on the website right now and get entered to win this bike. All the official rules are there. With that said, here's how it looks. So let's go out and see how it rides. It's been quite a while since I've ridden an Ultra B, almost a year, I wanna say. So let's give this a spin right now. Here we go. All right, out here on the Ultra B R Black Edition, just riding it to where it currently is, I remembered how big this bike is. It's big. It's like I'm like this close to being 6 foot. You know how we us males round up. So yeah, I'm 6 foot. Anyways, it has these all-terrain tires, which are great because they're all-terrain, so equally good for pavement and dirt, as we're about to see. We're going to take it on a little bit of both. They should last you a good long time. They're a little bit heavier than the stock tires that come with the Ultra B, but if you've seen the stock tires that come on an Ultra B, it's the first thing that anybody switches. So with this R Edition, you get a 18-inch rear, which is nice. Thicker, wider tire, more traction. 19-inch in the front. Much meatier than the stock tires these bikes usually come with. And of course, it's all black, so the bike just looks insane. Like, this is the best looking bike that I have ever owned. by far. It has this this presence to it. Like it's just so good looking. I don't know. Since I've got this bike, I've just been looking at it and admiring it, and it's gonna be in one of you guys' hands soon. With all that said, it's been a minute since I hopped on one of these and actually shredded around, so let's get to it. By the way, I know you guys see this big scratch in the display. Yeah, I did that. I have a brand new display coming. The winner will get this display too. It's still just as good as new, but it just has a scratch in it, but don't worry about that. Of course, I had to point it out to you guys, but anyways, let's go ahead and hit the road. Oh, I want to show you guys one more thing before we actually take off. Look at this. So you hit the emergency button. This is the custom tail light. Can you guys even see that? It's very subtle. It's barely there. Again, this bike is for off-road use only, so you're not really probably going to be using these that much, but it's there. The taillight system that comes with these bikes usually sticks out to like here, and it's pretty inconvenient. So you have a license plate mount bracket right here, and the taillight is underneath. Anyways, let's go. Straight to sport mode. Whoa. Okay, we're in North Hollywood right now. This is NoHo West. Pretty much what this area is known for is crazy drivers. I think there's probably like a serious car accident here every day, I want to say. I mean, that's not uncommon for anywhere in LA because no one knows how to drive out here. But you got to be especially careful out here in the valley. Valley stuff right there. So the Ultra B, first off, is just my favorite bike. Out of all the e-bikes I've ever owned or ridden, the Ultra B by far clears. There's really no reason that I don't currently own one. That's probably going to change very soon, actually, because since I've bought this for the next giveaway, all I've been doing is looking at it and be like, I want to ride that bike. Today is going to be the only time I actually ride this. After today, just like the previous Light B, it's getting put up and it won't be touched. It'll just be charged until it's time to give away. But I think the Ultra B is pound for pound the best e-bike you can get. It's big enough for just about everybody. If you're a smaller person, you could probably still fit on it, but I know a lot of bigger riders get a Light B and they're like, well, this bike is way smaller than I thought. That's kind of the point. Like, I love the Light B because it's like a little agile, little go-kart feeling bike compared to this, which is like you're on a bike. You're on a substantially large bike, and it feels that way, but it's supposed to. Okay, more in traffic. Here's something you can do on the Ultra B, which you're a little you're a little less incognito when you sidewalk surf on this compared to a Light B. It's still possible. You know, ultimately the main draw of the Surrons and the e-bikes, these e-motos like this, is they're quiet. If I was on an actual gas-powered dirt bike, you know, I would immediately get kicked. The cops would be here by now. They would just, I'd be getting kicked out. You can't even just chill on one of those bikes like you can one of these. Anyways, we're in sport mode. We're about to turn right here and just floor it. I forgot how fast these bikes go, so let's find out. Brakes on these bikes are exceptional. Also got a bed in these tires. All right, let's go. I didn't catch the kilometers per hour. I want to say almost 80, maybe. I didn't even see. Kind of got a bed in these tires and brakes. That's sort of what I'm doing right now. And plus, you know, I just have to ride these bikes before I give them out. It's the rules, my own rules for me. I just have to. It's my excuse to get on and ride it. So I've done videos on the Ultra B before. I don't really have much else to say. It's still the same bike. This 2024 edition is basically similar to the first gen one that I got when they came out. I will say that this one sounds much quieter than that first one. I remember a lot of people were complaining like, oh, that bike is loud. And it was loud. It was very loud. It's way quieter though, I will say that. It sounds much quieter. Bro, this bike is so big and cushy, it just rolls over stuff. That's one of my other favorite parts about it. They make legit dirt bike suspension for these bikes now. I don't really, I mean, if you're gonna like take it to a motocross track, maybe. I think we weren't even full speed right there. So these bikes are 74 volt, 55 amp hour. The main thing that I always loved about the Ultra B is I think it has by far the best range you can get out of any of these bikes. If you put it in that daily mode, which is what I would personally ride it in all the time if I was to own this bike. The sport mode is fun, but like, I don't know, it's a little unpredictable if you're not ready for the things it'll do sometimes. I feel like the D mode right here, daily, is like the perfect sweet spot for this bike. Oh, I forgot, I'm backing up. This thing has a reverse mode. Oh, you have to hold it. Oh, we got a car behind us, so we're not gonna reverse into a car. Let's cross the street first. All right, let's reverse it. So you hold this button R and S and then you can reverse. Oh man, it's actually like, it's kind of weird. It's a very weird sensation reversing on one of these bikes. Very practical if you leave it inside and have to put it somewhere where, you know, you have to store it indoors. You got to navigate it around. So we are in D mode. This is a bunch of sand. I'm trying not to get this bike too dirty. We're gonna have to clean it up afterwards. There's a couple routes we can go through here. Actually want to turn around. Let's go ahead and use our reverse mode. Oh God. Well, if you squeeze it, if you pull the throttle in reverse mode, it'll like yank you back. Yeah, this thing it's such a step up from the Light Bee though. Still, like it really feels like such a better bike in every single way. It's kind of crazy. All right, so here's North Hollywood. We actually want to get around here. There's like a little off-road path. We come and test bikes out here sometimes. We're gonna see if we can get to it. I'm not gonna lie, it looks pretty off limits. The entrance is right here. It looks like it's pretty much, this is where we want to get through if we can. Hey, I want to go right through here, can I? Yeah. I want to go through here. Bumping them oldies, I actually like that song. Well, we'll come back around. It looks like he's locked, but there's no other way to get through there, unfortunately. So we could do this though. We can go all the way around. So this is just like loose sand. It's not off-roading in any sense. I'm sure these tires would be just fine in actual off-road too. They are all-terrain tires. But if you're someone who's going to be riding like from your house to the trails or something like that, you'll definitely appreciate having these. Let's go ahead and pop up here. Ooh. Trying to keep this bike in as good as condition as I can for you guys. Oh, I see people. All right, we're just going in circles like non-stop right now. Let's go ahead and make a clear game plan. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to that off-road path and we're gonna try. Gotta get these sand. We're gonna try and make it from the other way. There's another entrance on that side. We're gonna try and go through there. I do want to do like a 2024 Ultra Bee versus Light Bee versus E-Ride Pro comparison, something like that. I mean, these like all three of the bikes I just named are kind of in different leagues for different reasons, but I think it'd be helpful, since I own all three and I've ridden all three so much, to kind of name some of the differences the three bikes have. Oh, they made a new fence. Oh, they made it impossible. So see, I would have got trapped back there anyway. This is where I used to come out right here, and they built the fence here. I don't know why. It's like they specifically did it for me to keep me out of riding this little trail right here. So that means if we want to ride the trail, we got to go all the way back around to where we were facing old boy trying to get through. Let's just ride through this real quick. Got to be careful out here. The homeless folks just throw glass bottles around. That's not something I want to ride over. Ooh, trials it over a log. Nice. Out here in the valley just has this like certain atmosphere to it, dude. I don't know how to describe it. It's just like, it's weird. I don't know. This place should have been in GTA, man. They should have had like a whole valley segment. I feel like Trevor could have actually been like a valley dude if he wasn't a put in the game. He's more like a Stockton, California, maybe even a Bakersfield type of cat. I don't know, somewhere in that ballpark. All right, well, we can't really do much off-road, unfortunately. There's just none to be done out here. There's a park across there, but probably really crowded right now. Not trying to get up in there. Well, it definitely goes over logs with these. We know that much. We can also go through here. We know where this leads though. It leads straight into the other homeless camp, which is, you know, we're not trying to kick up dirt in anybody's faces. Not today, not ever. So we're gonna go ahead and unfortunately skip on that. Let's just tear through this one more time. About all we can do. Oh yeah, dude, this bike is so good. You just stand on it, and the suspension like does everything for you. Like you really just have to stay on the bike. It is, God, these bikes are so good. The Ultra Bee especially, man, this bike is really a steal for the money it costs too. If you know where to get them, they are by far pound for pound the best deal for any moto you can get. This one is, I don't even think you call it e-bike, but you know, it's technically a bike of sorts and it's E. I mean, hey. Real sandy right there. Okay, we did the same lap like 5 times. It is what it is. Okay, old boy has moved, so we could get through here if we wanted to, but it's kind of, I don't know. I think I'm gonna pass on that, you know? I think we're gonna pass on it. Yeah, I wasn't sure how much riding I was gonna get out here. I hate the valley. It's nothing against the people or like, you know, the people who live here, but the drivers, man. It's like everybody out here is like in the most maximum rush imaginable to get somewhere that they gotta be, man. It is harrowing to ride through. All right, so let's pop it into E. When you're in eco mode on this bike, like the throttle is so sensitive, it's so delicate. Look at that. It's very responsive to any little input. Like you can just chug along. Oh, turn signal's on. Like I love that. That's something I've always admired about Surrons. The throttles are so accurate to the amount of input that you want to put in. See, look, people are just honking at each other, man. I get stressed out just being out here, dude. The valley's crazy. Any valley people live in the comments? If you live in the valley, let me know. How do you deal with it, man? I would go crazy. He's still honking. Bro, honking leads to shootouts in LA. How do people not know that? Let's get one more full speed run. That's topped out right there, 85. I'm pretty sure that's top. Now you can go crazy with these bikes. One of my buddies has a ridiculous Ultra B. He has a controller, battery upgrade, all types of stuff, and his bike is crazy. It's super fast. It has ridiculous amount of range. Like, it'll last all day easily. Once you start getting in the weeds with upgrades on these bikes, though, they start costing money. But bone stock, it's really not bad. If you want to go as fast as possible, maybe not, but 0 to 60. I mean, you power really without even trying on this bike, even though it's heavier than a Light B or an E-Ride or a Tar or any of those bikes. Definitely heavier. It's not fooling anybody with its weight, especially with these tires, but the complete package you get with this bike, it's just unbeatable, man. It's so good. Going for this quick spin has made me realize that I need another one of these bikes ASAP. Like, I need to have another one of these bikes immediately, just to have in the arsenal. It's something like when you just want something bigger, more comfortable, and just chiller, and you don't even have to have it in sport mode, really. You can just keep it in eco, or mainly the mode that I love is D, daily. That's the perfect mode to just cruise around in. Like, it is a perfect balance of power when you want it and just chilling. All right, we gotta get out of this mall. We gotta get out of the valley, honestly. I pushed my luck far enough for one day for riding in the valley. So, you know, let's do what these e-bikes do best. Just silently cruise through places where they're not really supposed to go. Like so. Bro, it's so bizarre that these bikes are so quiet, because you'll be rolling around and people will be like, why is the bike not making any noise? Especially on this, because like, look at the profile in the mirror. It's like, I don't know if you guys can really see. Yeah, it's not very subtle. Put it that way. It's not, the size of the bike is not subtle. All right, folks, well, today is launch day. Top link in the description is the first day you can get entered to win. I suggest you just do it now. We have a new membership too. If you just want to pay monthly, you'll automatically be entered to win every giveaway you do. So every month you'll get more entries. If you want to do that way, that's fine. Otherwise, you already know the drill. Every dollar spent is one entry. Hicksfam.com. And yeah, someone's going to be the proud owner of this insane bike. At least I got to give it a ride before we before we shipped it off, because these things are insane. It really made me realize I need to get one too. That's it, folks. Thanks for watching. Peace.